And this is Multiplaying, Episode 6, September 4th, 2009. Hi, this is Maeve, and you're listening to
Multiplaying!
We're all about the hot, nasty, badass RVR. Hello, you're listening to Multiplaying. We are a companion podcast on multiplaying.net, a blog, forum, and gaming community that's gaming as time allows, and this is our podcast on all that concerns us. Hosting today is Ab.
Howdy.
Maeve. Hello. The birthday girl. Happy birthday. Thank you. Rare.
Hi.
Slurms.
Hello.
Winin.
Hey.
And myself, Zeli. And I want to introduce Rare as a guest. He's also known as First of All. He does the blog that is known as Insert Awesome Aion Name, and that is at insert-awesome-ion-name.blogspot.com. He's also the co-host of the podcast Black Wings of Atreia at www.coffinyourface.com/BWA, or you can get it on iTunes.
Such a great URL, isn't it?
It's a fantabulous one.
Except if you tell someone that, they might think it's coffin, like
Coffin your
casket.
Well, I'll start with me on the What You Drink and Playing. From some stroke of genius, my husband has suggested bourbon for the evening.
Bourbon?
Bourbon.
I'm drinking bourbon. I just like to
which
say it.
I'm not a bourbon drinker, so this...
Me neither.
This is going to go well.
Yeah, it's a little rough even for me. And let's see, what I've been playing this week is not much, beyond the TF2. I played some Sims 2 Pets, which, going back to it, it's really dull.
Yeah.
After TF2, right?
Yeah, I'm like, go potty now.
When
do I set this dog on fire?
I know.
Go.
Yeah, it kind of lost a little bit for me there. What have you been doing, Winin?
I've been on the road traveling mostly, but before that, I was playing Shaiya.
Aha.
The free game I wrote about. I'm trying to create my own game, so I've been learning how to program in Python.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration?
Well, I wanted to make a casual game, something, kind of like an iPod kind of game or a browser game. And the basic idea is kind of like crafting, like old school crafting, where you find parts and then you have to kind of figure out what parts go with each other. So it's sort of a puzzle game.
That sounds cool. I want a farming game. Once you master that one, give me Farmville on the iPod.
Well, there's already a Farmville, so I don't want to do the same game.
This. You can't just steal their
You could call it Farm Pod.
Wait, there's a
Farm
Farm
Pod.
farm phone.
Farm phone, whatever. I don't care what you call it. What are you drinking, Winin?
I have Corona Light.
Do you have the lime or no lime?
No, we're getting ready to go on vacation, so the fridge is kind of bare.
Gotcha.
Lucky that we had a beer left over.
It goes raw whenever you open it. Yeah, that was bad. Sorry, just cut that.
And that's Slurm. What have you been doing?
Hey, somebody thought it was funny.
She thinks everything's funny right now. It's her birthday.
She's
It's a special day.
She's been out hooting and hollering it up for a couple hours now. We're lucky we caught her.
She would laugh her ass off right now.
You remember what it was like when you turned 21? She must be completely pasted by now.
25.
That's right. That's right. Slurm,
on
drinking,
to me.
playing. Yeah.
I am. What have I been playing this week? I'm still playing Batman Arkham Asylum. Enjoying the hell out of that.
Oh.
Still getting forced about every day to play Harvest Moon on the Wii for my daughter. She likes seeing if the chickens hatch. And other than that, oddly,
tell her not to count them before they hatch, because they'll just get screwed up.
where is my snare and my hi-hat and my snare drum? So, the only other thing I've been playing oddly is Crisis. Busted it out. I never got through that game. I actually barely even played it. I bought it mostly just as a test bed for when I built the computer, right after the game came out.
That's the reason almost everybody buys that game.
Pretty much, but I actually, since I'm at the point now with my computer that it actually runs that game really well, that I was like, man, you know what? I should try to see how far I get into it to get to a point where I can say, yes, this game is crap, or it's actually pretty good. So I'm enjoying it so far.
No,
but again, I'm not very far into it, but having a computer that runs it smooth really actually helps the experience of that game out. So
yeah, I enjoyed the pseudo sequel Warhead a lot more, just because it took a lot of what was open ended about that game, approaching each situation from a different angle, however you want to pick, but it really focused it a lot more to where it kind of streamlined it, and it ran a lot better, even though it looks pretty much the same. They must have optimized the engine, but they're both really good games.
Yeah, if I get through this one, maybe I'll check out Warhead, and if I get through this one, I'll do a little half-assed review on it, but I don't know that I will. So I'll probably still do a half-assed review, because
that's the purpose of half-assed.
I will have half-assed actually completing the game, so there you go. That's really all I've been playing, and I am drinking a whiskey sour.
Where's the amaretto?
I have kicked it up a little bit.
So we're all it's a whiskey night then. We got bourbon.
This episode brought to you by whiskey.
Brought to you by Maker's Mark.
Oh no, we have Knob Creek.
We have Knob Creek.
Yeah, we went up a shelf.
No, Maker's Mark is probably better than
No, it was on the upper... No, it was...
Knobs Creek was above?
This was $5 more. Yeah, it was on a shelf above it.
Confirm.
You got it special for the episode?
How does that shitty whiskey taste?
Not so good anymore.
Oh, I'm going to call that. That downed it. Okay. So, Rare, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Team Fortress 2 with you guys and just on random servers. Offensive NGs for the win. Went back and played Age of Empires 2, actually. More so out of boredom than anything else, but that game is timeless.
What's your beverage of choice tonight?
Sunkist.
Lovely.
Because I'm uncool and can't drink whiskey.
It's got a lot of vitamins.
It does. It's good for you.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like high fructose corn syrup.
Is Age of Empires a real-time strategy, or is it like Civilization?
It is a real-time strategy game.
Okay.
That's always one of those games that I've always wanted to play, but I never have.
You're not big on the real-time strategy.
Because I suck at them.
Right. You're bad at them.
I keep wanting to like them, but every time I play them, I get maybe 3 maps in and then forget it.
The one that I've enjoyed the most recently was Dawn of War 2, and that's probably because it was a lot faster paced, and it was more like Dota in a way that you were controlling.
I heard that's not really a real-time strategy, though. It's like...
Yeah. I'm sure real-time strategy purists hate that game, but that's probably why I like it, because
they have special mice that are designed to have super fast response times, so you can select your units and send them around faster than the other guy.
Yeah, that's way
it's a little too much mousing for me.
I just want to throw up playing that type of stuff.
That's a nice segue for me to open up with. Maeve.
Yeah, have you been throwing up today? Because you're probably gonna.
I am not. At least I hope not, because I had some spinach dip.
Oh my gosh, this one time we were at a party and this chick was like all nauseous and stuff, and so she's like, I need to eat something. And this was like early 20s party, right? So they had some spinach dip. I made her a spinach dip sandwich.
You're a douchebag.
1920s?
Huh?
1920s?
No, it was...
And after she made it, she went, here's some spinach dip.
I'm like, here, eat this.
Yeah, you guys didn't know, but Zeli is actually the inspiration for Popeye.
It didn't make her stronger, though, did it?
She wasn't very happy with me afterwards.
She killed everyone at that party with her strength. So at CockCon 2, if Zeli makes you a spinach dip sandwich, she doesn't like it.
I think that's evident.
So happy birthday. What you been doing today?
Drinking margaritas.
That is lovely. Good way to celebrate. And where have you been? You've been MIA from the podcasts. You've been playing games?
Actually, well, of course I play WoW a little bit, but I've been playing the best game ever. Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, that game's awesome.
I just discovered it. It is awesome.
That is a really good game.
Is it worth to buy?
Yeah,
it's $10, so yeah.
Yeah, it's made by PopCap, who makes Peggle, and that company has really come on as making like AAA casual games. That game is really good.
I think I used to live literally a block and a half from their company.
The best ever is their Michael Jackson zombie.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, he's all like in the Thriller video gear, and he comes out and he pops up these other zombies that are like in the 80s headbands and do breakdancing and all this stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that game is a tower defense game, but the zombie apocalypse has happened, and you're in your house and you're trying to defend your yard.
Your brains.
Yeah, and from them getting to your house, so you're planting different plants that have different properties, and like putting lawnmowers out there and stuff, trying to prevent them from getting to your house. It's really cool.
It's completely stupid, but yeah.
It actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. I think there's a demo for that game on Steam or on a PopCap site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, like, in hindsight, was that really a bad move to do a video of being a zombie to one day die and then somebody's going to use that footage?
Well, actually, I always assumed after playing it that PopCap was behind it and they killed him. And that, just so that could happen. I think that's confirmed. I think.
Yeah.
I read that somewhere.
We're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So Ab.
Yeah.
What are you? What's up?
I'm drinking, like you said, bourbon.
Bourbon
with a heart.
What were we thinking?
I don't know.
I mean, my God!
Ridiculous.
Can't even swallow this.
Yuck.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
I've got a bottle of Maker's Mark that's been sitting in my cupboard for
lips got that like whole
15
tingly
years.
thing going on, that like
oh yeah.
I'm just looking at this glass and it's making me angry.
oh God.
Oh.
That's not good.
It's a good thing our son isn't here tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, bad for me.
That's all right. You can just give him a spinach dip sandwich.
All I've been playing has been Batman Arkham Asylum, which continues to be awesome. The best part about that game, I'm not going to spend a lot of time because we talked a lot about it last week. My favorite part is the rooms where you go into where there's a lot of enemies. And what's really cool about the game that plays up to Batman's strengths is when you go in and you take a look at who's there and if they're armed or unarmed. And it's just kind of cool to be in a superhero game where when you walk into a place where there's armed villains and you're like, oh, fuck. I have to think about what I'm going to do here because he really is vulnerable in that game. So I like those parts that's like a chess match where you're trying to pick them off or doing different strategies. But that game continues to be awesome.
Yeah, I think I said something last week about how it almost seems like in the beginning it seems pretty easy button through the fights that, I'm just going to keep tapping this button and directing myself and that's all there is to it. But yeah, eventually it does get a little hairier with how you actually encounter people because I'm getting to the point now where there'll be like mixed thugs just standing in a circle. There'll be some that are unarmed, some that have pipes or a knife, and you have to deal with them completely separately, or like one or two of them have a gun, and if you go down there and start attacking, if you hit the guy with the gun first, the gun will drop to the ground, and then there's a chance that one of the other thugs will see it and go, oh crap, there's a gun, I'll use the gun.
Yeah, they pick it up.
Yeah, they'll pick up the gun and start like load it up to get ready to shoot you, and you have to get to them in time and knock it back out before they get a chance because the guns will fuck you up.
Yes, and that's the great part, that you're totally vulnerable like Batman would be at that point, and that's when that combat clicks, and you feel like a badass when you take on that situation and knock them all down. I also want to say too, I had mentioned last week some of the other podcasts I mentioned in their reviews that IDOS had asked them not to mention certain parts. And I found out it was the Scarecrow parts that for whatever reason they didn't want them to mention those in the review. But those are some of the I just got through the second.
They probably don't want people to spoil it.
Yeah,
but we're gonna
hint.
Well, yeah, but it's a wildly. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but it's a wildly different gameplay. Well, that's the great thing about that game is it mixes things up so much that you don't get sick of one of the gameplay elements.
Yeah, there's so many games out there that will take any of the one element that this game has, and that is what you do through the game.
Yeah, you run it into the ground.
Yeah, and this game takes at least 5 or 6 different styles of gameplay and keeps rotating them through so that you don't get sick of it, exactly like what you're saying.
And it does them all fairly well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not, I mean, there's probably ones that are better than others, but there's not a real weak spot. And the Scarecrow parts, and you mentioned it last week going in that first one where it's generally disturbing or frightening, and the second one was the same way for me, and really cool. So that's all I've been playing.
All right. Well, then on to multiplaying. We had a review today of Shaiya. Is that how you say it, Winin?
I guess.
We're going to go with Shaiya.
Don't matter.
It's called Free to Be You and Me, and you played that, and it was a well-written review, and I just wanted to know if you wanted to talk about it a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. So I'd seen these ads all over the place, right? And it's got these scantily clad women in a dark outfit and a light outfit always fighting.
So it's an MMO.
Yeah. I couldn't really tell from the ads, but my dad tried it out and wanted me to try it out, so I did. And it's like I said in the review, it's pretty much a basic MMO. It's kind of feels a lot like EverQuest, but with more updated graphics. But it's pretty bare bones. I mean, the chat system, you don't have like 12 windows and font choices and any of that stuff. But it gets the job done. It's really focused on the fighting. When you go, you find a spot with a bunch of monsters and you kill them over and over again. Instead of modern games, which are run here, get a bunch of quests, run all over the map, kill a couple things, run back, and you spend most of your night traveling. Here, you spend most of your night killing.
I'd rather actually do that than do all the quests. Because, see, quests to me always seem like masked grinding. Like, just because one NPC told me, kill 30 of these things, all they did was take my choice away as to where I want to camp. I'm still grinding, it's just someone told me to do it. Like, I don't know.
The other thing it does is it spreads everyone out. I noticed this in WoW first, because, in EverQuest, there would be certain hotspots, and you'd go there, and there'd be a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you find an open spot, and you hop in, and you kind of hang out with the group, and you kill all night. And in WoW, people were always running around, so you group up with someone, you kill a few things, and then they're done, and they run away. And so I would never have a, sort of a group that formed that was more than, 2 or 3 people, and they never lasted very long. Because as soon as someone finished their quest, they would run off to turn it in.
Right.
And it kind of killed the whole social aspect of playing these games. So I like that about this one. I mean, it's it's not going to beat Aion for anyone that I know, but it is free, and you can log in, play here and there, and enjoy it. And then I think it'd be a good kind of in between game, like in between your big games.
You had, in your review, you kind of compared it to Guild Wars, and I think this would almost be a more social choice. Because Guild Wars, you're very, on your own.
It's total solo game for me.
Isolated.
Guild Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you go start fighting stuff, you're in an instance, so you don't see anyone. Now here, I'll be fighting and someone will run by, and then, they might help me out, or they might join my group or invite me to, and then we'd start fighting together. And it's pretty fun. One of the interesting things, I think it's a Chinese game or it's some Asian game, and all the quests have been translated. So there are quests, and it's really funny to read because they're written like like maybe a college or high school student.
That is offensive, sir.
And hilarious.
But like this, like some guy, right, in war, right? They'll say, "The evil dwarves are attacking our camp. You must slay 12 of them, teach them a lesson." Whereas here, it's like those dwarves suck. Go kill or go, beat the shit out of 12 of them. It'll literally say, beat the crap out of them. So that's fun.
Well, it sounds like from reading your review, though, that is available on Multiplaying. I would probably have played this in between, an MMO, like you said. So, like, for the last month, I probably would have played it had you done the review a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, Ion's.
But you didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
Thanks
after...
a lot. Thanks a lot, douchebag.
Well,
maybe like after, maybe after open beta ends and before it starts again, maybe I'll pick that up.
But I mean, it's free, right? So make a character, start playing, and
it's
then
easy.
There's no commitment, and the stuff that you can buy with real money, will kind of help you if you really want it, but it's not. Doesn't seem like something that you have to get.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Slurms, the other one I wanted to cover was That's How We Roll, and that's a Champions Online based one, which I have no knowledge of Champions Online. So there was a big to-do. I mean, I kind of grasped that from the blogosphere about some patch that went in that freaked everyone out. Is that what?
Yeah, I mean, the Champions came out, it had the early release, and nothing really happened. But day one of the actual official release, they threw out a patch. Exactly what was in the patch, I couldn't tell you because I wasn't really involved with it. But all I know is what people were saying was it seemed to make mobs harder, like a noticeably harder to kill. I think there was more going along with it, but off the top of my head, I'm having a hard time remembering right now. It's the booze. But no, there was a lot of people at the time that I wrote that up, and I think that was still day one. There was like an 80-some page forum post of people like signing to say, please roll back the patch. Everybody was just really up in arms about it. There were some people out there on the other side of it that said, no, it's fine. It makes the game more enjoyable. A lot of people weren't having any issues with it. They thought that it actually made the game less boring to actually go through these mobs so quickly. I believe they ended up patching again the next day, or maybe it was 2 days later. I can't remember at this point, but they fixed some of the issues. I think they seem to appease a lot of people with it. So, but yeah, I threw that up right after the whole hoopla went up. So,
well, why would they put a patch out like that on day one?
That was the big thing. I apologize for not knowing more information. If you want, you can go.
I don't care.
To the site. Well, I'm not telling you.
Make something up.
I'm telling anybody that's listening to this, if you want to, you can go to the site and go to find that post that I put, and you can actually be linked to the forum, like, to that exact post that I'm talking about. But yeah, the big thing that everybody was pissed about is like, why would you put a big patch out on day one that totally changes the difficulty of the mobs and a bunch of other things? I mean, why would you patch on day one? That's a huge mistake.
Yeah.
If the game's running good on the pre-release, if the game's running good all up until that time, let it go for a while and evaluate a patch more. And I don't think they have any sort of like a test server. I think they were just maybe testing this out on a small scale and then threw it out there. And it just didn't seem very well thought out.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
The other segment that you started this week that I thought was brilliant was why didn't I write that? And that happens to me all the time. Like I have not started blogging yet because it seems like everything's written before I get to it. And so a few of the ones you highlighted, this was like a perfect segment. It's like, yes, he already wrote it. Why would I write it again?
I run into that all the time. I probably would have another post or two a day, but there's always something that I catch that somebody writes, and I look at it and I say, I want to write that, but he or she, already said it way the hell better than I would have said it, so why would I even bother? So I started doing that. I want to make it probably a weekly thing because it happens that often. And if you go to the site, check out, scroll down until you find the Why Didn't I Write That segment. It's got the picture of the statue face palming. It points at, for this week, it was one from BioBreak, one from Hardcore Casual, one from Overly Positive, and finally one from Welcome to Spinksville. They were all fantastic posts. Like the one from Spinksville was one that I would have never probably even came up with to think, but it was one of those ones when you read it, it's like, oh my gosh, it was fantastic. It was about, he has actually he, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
You are so fucked.
Please insert pronoun here.
Please insert sexual orientation. There's a series that they have going on there about how to actually improve role-playing in MMOs. It's just great. Go check out the site. It's great.
Is that why Spinksville is our site of the week?
It is.
It is.
So I did that.
Nah.
Do I talk like that? Why do you guys keep doing that at me?
Someone.
Because you're from the 1920s.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
No, if you go to spinksville.wordpress.com, or you can go to multiplaying.net and click on the top right banner, and that is our site of the week is Spinksville. Our fantastic stuff. Very, very well thought out. They usually they look into the designs of the game, designs of MMOs, and the actual gamers who play them a little bit more in depth than your usual blogs. Good stuff.
They are brilliant, aren't they?
Yes.
The they
that I'm going to be so in trouble for.
Well, concerning Aion or Ataraxia, we have open beta starts.
Oh, it starts Sunday. $10 get to the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
All right. Well, the big letter from the producer came out today, which is obviously on the main official website. The open beta brings the game content up to the 1.5 patch that is available in Korea. They had a major terminology overhaul to complete their effort of westernizing the game. Many of the skills have changed since closed beta test as well. One thing that's really super duper huge important is that they're going to be balancing the races as folks. Oh no. They'll be balancing the races as folks log into the servers. As a result, you may get the "this race cannot be created" message because that server is starting to become unbalanced. And if you come across that message, you're like free to start a character on another server or wait until the server balance is tipped back.
Really? So there's a server balance in there for the races?
Yes.
Yep.
So
balance.
Whoa.
That might, like how we've been saying what server we're going to be on, that we're playing. That is obviously going to be dependent on all of us playing together. So.
Yikes.
Well, yeah, but if you're a cool kid and you pre-ordered, you can just make your character before the masses come, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to get on the server.
I think most of us are okay. I don't know if we have any people.
Does that mean, though, that considering that we're going Elios, that we should be exempt from most of that? Because most
people seem to be going Osmo.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know when the general population picks up the game, but at that point, we should all be pretty established.
We should be established by then, since we pre-ordered. A couple other things they said. We added more content, both in the persistent game world and in instance dungeons. Over 40 new default faces have been added to character creation. You can change the eye color now, which is a huge important thing.
Yeah, it is.
Some UI changes they made were that click to move has been disabled by default, which is awesome because
Yay!
I know that was freaked you out the first time you went in.
Yeah.
They added in tons of new quests. They have advanced Stigma? Yeah, the Stigma Stone system.
Stupid face.
You can find, just find the full list of patch notes. I'll link it in the show notes. And the open beta starts at 9 a.m. PDT. Is that Winin? Perfect that you're here. So that's Pacific, right?
Except I'm out of town all week.
So that's noon us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to be available either.
It's Labor Day weekend. A lot of people aren't going to.
But Maeve and Lyris, you guys are going to get the ball rolling, right?
I guess so. I have to go where my power leveler goes. Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, Lyris is going to be maxed out by the time we all log in.
By the time I get there. We're planning for open beta. I know it's just to be different. We're rolling Asmodean on Nezukan for open beta. Some people want to retain that whole new car smell for the Elios release, and others just want to see how the other side lives. And I'm sure some people want to see if they can tempt us to go to that side. That we're leaning towards that side anyway. But it's just.
Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean we're leaning towards?
People who wanted to go Asmo, you know what I mean? They'll be like, hey.
I know, but
join the dark side.
Well, I wanted to do Asmodean for the open just because I didn't want to repeat, all those quests.
I mean, I don't care, but I'll repeat anything. As many ults as I make, it's not a big deal. But that could become an issue during the open beta if that server inside gets full.
I don't think you need to worry about that.
Yeah, it's just open. Who cares?
Okay, as long as no one cares, it's fine.
I don't know if they're even going to implement that for open beta.
I wonder what kind of buffer there is on that. What kind of percentage there is. If it says unbalanced, is that a 5% difference between the sides?
One character.
There is no room here.
Try it now. Fuck. Try it now. Fuck. Try it now. Fuck.
You use the same code that TF2 uses.
Yeah.
To balance the teams.
You do auto retry.
Yeah.
Scrambled teams.
Yeah, I was about to say swap you to the other team.
Rock the vote. Rock the vote. Sorry.
They also added in it's not their final update before launch. Their launch version is still in internal testing, and they're continuing to flesh out the 1.5 update. And
that kind of scares me like the Champions thing, though. I mean...
Oh, at the last
Are they going to have a patch?
Wow. Yeah. Hey. Well, it said it's with the help of your feedback and experiences in open beta.
Okay. But I hadn't even thought about it until TAC brought it up that the closed beta weekends were so smooth, and then they talk about this whole 1.5, and what if the game is super buggy now?
Rare, don't you play on the Chinese servers?
Maybe. FBI, if you're listening, plug your ears.
And isn't 1.5 already released there?
No, it's 1.2 at the moment. But just from reading the patch notes, it doesn't seem like there's anything that would drastically alter our gaming experiences from 1.2 to 1.5 that we'd all get, crazy mad about. So I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about it then.
Yeah, I mean,
Confirmed.
the game has been running for a long time in these other countries, so it's not like they're going to all of a sudden, make the clerics only wear cloth armor or anything huge.
But I guess a question towards Rare again. Do you know of at all of what their testing testing process is? Do they actually use a test server much in the way that Warhammer did? Or do they just have their own internal testing? What the hell was that?
What was that?
Trying to swallow this?
Hot.
Damn,
was
man.
That's hot. Spit on that thing. Anyways, title of this podcast is just going to be Bourbon.
Bourbon's evil. Zeli's trying to swallow things, not me. Oh, God.
Anyways, how's it going, Rare?
Good. No, it's all good, actually.
It's really hot in here, isn't it?
It is warm, isn't it?
I don't hear Ab. What happened to him?
He went away for like 10 minutes.
He's just being silent, hoping there's another Uville moment.
Oh, Yoville. Yeah, that's
God.
Maeve. I wasn't even aware that I was unconscious at the time.
Sure.
I was
Yeah, that
taken
makes it
advantage
better.
of.
I kiss you, and next thing I know, love is in the air.
Oh.
See, you can't just kiss a girl anymore. Oh, God. It's really hot in here.
It's warm. Do we have any more questions about the Aion crap?
Yes, I asked a question.
Yes, a question.
Re-ask the question.
So
I think we need some responsible speculation. And so for testing, what they do is they actually put it in Korea first. If it works there, then it rolls over into China, and then it's going to go into North America.
That actually sounds legit.
I would be happy with that because it's been tested by the time it gets to us.
I feel sorry for those people.
No, they're fine.
They are much more tolerant and less lazy than we are.
God bless them.
I think that bourbon's made out of just a little too mellow.
I know. I don't like this. You're
Sorry.
You're awful. Where's the tangents? Where's the...
The nonsensical offshoots.
He
I don't
can't
know.
even talk.
I don't know. I'm ready to take a nap.
He's like me the night I drink mojitos.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be back better. Hold on one sec.
Why are you going to bring me a beer, too? Because I can't drink this.
Oh, God. Y'all yank drink bourbon? What are you thinking?
If we're switching over, I just wanted to point out we have 23 people in the Multiplaying.net Steam community.
Well, hot damn.
So, yeah, and we can appoint a player of the week.
I was player of the week last week.
I know.
Yay!
So who's-
Do you guys just
job.
pick
Yeah,
people at random?
Yeah, pretty much. So who should it be next week?
I just throw a dart at the computer screen.
Is that what happened? See, Jason had me thinking like, oh, it's because you had like good points last week. I'm like, no, it's not.
Who played? Well, we want to do someone who played this week. So who was playing last week or this Monday?
Rare played because he killed me a lot.
But Slurms can
Winner!
as a demo
Slurms played a
man.
lot. Does he ever been?
Yeah, he was because he was the first person to join after me. So
I can't be the winner. I'm already guest hosting, and I was freaking.
It's your week, man. You're peaked. Peaked early.
Enjoy it because next week you suck.
all right, first to fall, your player of the week. Woo!
Sweet.
Zeli, can you insert some like funny noises here, like celebration noises?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't have those things.
You win nothing! Absolutely
Absolutely nothing. You're so stupid.
Stupid! Oh, so stupid!
Let's see. So last week's play session, we were all there.
It was fun.
I was out of town.
Oh yeah, you weren't there either.
All the cool people were there.
Except me.
No, all the cool people were there.
Goddamn Loch Ness Monster was there.
Oh god damn it! I've heard about this stupid Loch Ness Monster all week.
We had an exciting couple play sessions last week.
Yeah.
The TF2 community.
Who was it?
There was
Dateline's
goddamn-
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, Dateline's Chris Hansen was playing. RoboCop was playing. Goddamn Loch Ness Monster was playing. It was all A-list.
And that one guy that kept on talking like he was from the 20s.
Oh yeah, the guy.
No, sir.
Voice
Is
check.
that why you guys are doing that?
Yeah.
Just some guy after everything.
After everything he said, he went, no, sir.
That must have been on the other side because I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I think it was that second night that me and you played at.
Yeah. Dateline Chris Hansen's photo icon was Chris Hansen. It was awesome. But that was a lot of fun. I played the pyro a little bit more, and I really, I had a lot better kill death ratio with that, and definitely going to test that class out more. I want some hats, though. I haven't got any hats.
I heard the drop rate on hats is all janked up.
Well, because I haven't gotten shit.
No, I heard
I've
it's like
got a single one.
I heard somewhere today it's like ridiculously low.
Can you guys answer this question for me? I was playing TF2 earlier on today, and I got this Halo anti-cheater item thing.
Yeah.
You want to explain what that is?
Yeah, they just Steam or Valve banned a bunch of players that they found using some third-party software, and they said everyone who didn't get banned got the Halo. I haven't logged in to check mine yet, so we all should have Halos.
Here's the problem, though. I thought that Halo was like a third-party program thing, so I deleted it.
Oh no!
Hey Valve, can I have another Halo, please? First of all.
All right, I'm taking. You're not a player of the week anymore. I'm cutting you off.
Oh.
You are adorable. Maeve, is there any way we can get you to play TF2 with us?
Well, you sound like y'all have a lot of fun, but
You really should.
you just want somebody to be worse than you?
Yeah. I am really bad.
What are you talking about? You kicked my butt yesterday. I was playing horrible.
Yeah, she does fine. She likes to say that, though.
I die a lot.
You play Pyro.
Everyone dies a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Except the snipers.
Oh,
They
those
suck.
Dude,
bastards.
you
Well,
just
when
gotta
I'm a sniper, I die a lot, so...
Well, you're terrible at it.
Yeah. I did though. Slurm was dominating me, which was kind of hot. But when I played sniper...
I do enjoy that.
Slash console.
Yeah, it was a sweet headshot, and yeah.
My God, man.
On top of the train, just being a jackass, like taunting. Yeah. Beautiful sunny day in Canada.
Am I correct in assuming our next TF2 night's canceled since it's the first full day of the Aion open beta?
I would assume so.
I'm not playing.
Aww.
I'm sorry. Oh, play open beta. Aren't you excited that now you get to play Aion?
Well, considering I've done the starter zone like 4 times now, not really. I mean, I'm going to go in there to check out the 1.5 changes for sure, and I have a whole bunch of friends who are coming in and they're going to try it out, so that's kind of exciting.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's kind of sucks, right? Because you know these characters are going to get deleted.
Yeah, and then you have to do it again.
Yeah, I know
I'm
for
kind
sure.
of not too sad that I'm missing it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be... That one weekend I got to play, I played a ton. I'm not going to do that this week.
No. I'm just going to check out some...
That's kind of why I'm not fighting the whole Asmo thing. Like, right away, as soon as someone suggested Asmo, I'm like, damn it! And then I'm like, you know what? It's probably a good thing.
Just go to Pandemonium, test out the waters, see what's up.
Stuff like that.
You can do that totally evil quest where you help the guy get flowers to give to the girl that he's afraid to ask out.
It's so evil.
So I'm gonna wring my hands together as I'm doing that quest.
Can you gather the
Rub my hand up
flowers?
our mustache.
Can you gather the flowers and then ask her out yourself?
Yeah, and then just throw her on the ground and bang her.
In the back of your eye rock.
Back of my eye rock.
With my mullet.
Playing Billy Squire.
No, you gotta crank the rat.
Rat. It says here we're rat. Team Fortress 2 is fun. Yeah. That's the end of this. That's what we're saying. Is we enjoyed the TF2.
We would like tips and suggestions to be sent in. More people, please join us. We need more people so that our humiliating skills are not so noticeable. So join our Steam community. You go to Steam community groups, Multiplaying net, join up with that, and play with us. Anyone can join. We were talking about coming up with topics. The whole. I kind of wanted to go on this earlier, but the why didn't I write that segment? How do you come up with topics all the time? Because you write your own blog all by yourself. Like we kind of, well, not we, because I don't even do it, but people. people in our group all co-write, and we, keep material going. Like, do you find it hard to keep coming up with topics?
Sort of. I guess it just really depends. Like, sometimes I get really passionate and fired up, like my last
Like
post.
your last
about
one?
the official Aion fan site. I got some sipping on haterade on that post. And then other times I just kind of think of old things and bring them back up to see if anyone's opinions have changed about it. Like, I've been thinking of writing a, what's changed in war and compared to Aion kind of post. Probably do that in a few days. But I do have to agree with Slurms that I have that issue where all the time I go to another Aion blog, I'm like, damn it, they beat me like by an hour. And I was just going to post that, but now if I do it, I'm going to look like a douche because I'm just stealing directly from their post.
Yeah.
Sometimes I consider not even going through my RSS feed just so that I can write it and say, well, I just happened to write the same thing that he did.
I'm going to stab you at night.
One thing I wanted to submit for like the next, why didn't I write that, was I liked Hardcore Casual, I think it was. Did that segment on people who returned to WoW, and he compared it to going to Paris and then going to McDonald's.
Yes,
Like,
that was Kane.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
People just keep going back to what they like and what they're familiar with.
That was a good post.
I do have a question for you guys about that. For those of you who did play WoW, did you experience this really weird phenomenon when you were playing WoW, you didn't notice any other game's existence, but like the minute you quit, all of a sudden you see all these games coming out and you get really excited about them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I noticed with me that game did not last terribly long with me, but when I was into that game, I was into that game. And then more so than other MMOs, as soon as I got out of that game and my thoughts started to stray, I was done with it. It was much.
Yeah,
much
he's
quicker.
never looked back.
Yeah, much
See,
quicker.
I have. I went back a couple times, but now I'm at.
You're an MMO whore.
I am.
Hey, you played Horizons.
Like I brought up on the forum today, I played World War II online. But yeah, it took me a few times to get over WoW, but I think after the second time I went back, I was just completely done. There's no way it's getting reinstalled on my computer.
This is the last time, bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
You
No
say
way.
that now, but a day after Cataclysm comes out, you'll be back.
See, I don't see Cataclysm as that great. I mean, yeah, they're redoing a lot of old lands. I could see where it's breathing some fresh life into it, but like...
Because that's not made for us. That's made for people who play.
I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like the typical expansion that's going to be like, ooh, shiny.
If you're into WoW and you've been playing it, that is the shit for you. Because
Exactly.
I guess.
I agree
I guess
completely.
we're probably all more
Done with
towards at least. Well, we're all probably more PvP whores. I mean, to a degree, right? I mean, most of us enjoy to have PvP in an MMO, and I personally didn't like the PvP in WoW.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If WoW had good PvP that I connected with, I would probably still be there, and I would be super happy because my game is thriving.
Yeah,
And that's what makes it easy too, is all your friends, like people, who are into the game. It has such a large community that your friends are still there.
Yeah, that's what's very seductive about that game.
It's very hard to wean them off of WoW. Very, very hard.
especially if it's their first MMO.
Oh God, that's just impossible.
Well, yeah, because we all have that connection to our MMO that we really connected with.
Yeah, I still go back to EverQuest periodically. It's just not
EverQuest,
the
I
same,
do.
though.
That was my first MMO, but I mean, DOC was the one I really first got into, and I would still play that. And Belluke is there now, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh, God, that would be really cool.
If Aion doesn't work out, I might check it out.
Yeah,
Because they clustered all the servers to one server now, so it actually seems like it's well populated.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they have to do.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. There's blank spaces. There's blank spaces. I just yeah.
Any other gaming news? I mean, we kind of only cover what concerns us, but Winin's on, so I'll cover it. Star Trek Online does have open beta signups, so... Or not open beta, but is it closed beta? Applications.
Yeah, gotta be closed.
Yeah.
It's early signups.
Go to their official website, sign up if you want to. And then the other thing, Lord of the Rings Online has a new expansion coming out, and it looks...
That sounds awesome. If you're into Lord of the Rings, that sounds super cool.
I haven't even read into it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it existed. Thank you for enlightening me.
Tell me more.
Someone make a post.
It increases the level cap. It closes out the Lord of the Rings, as some of you may know, is very story based, and they add new zones as the story progresses, and it closes out what Mines of Moria added, and it also adds something that I read, which are repeatable instances against the enemy. So I'm guessing they're against PvE enemies that mix it up, and it's all free. And I don't know.
Yeah, the whole expansion's free, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. That game, I never really super got into it, but when I played, I really enjoyed, and I could see how people who are into that world would really like it. I don't know. It's one of those games that I always said, well, if I really have the MMO itch and there's nothing else out there, I'd play. So I guess if Aion really sucks, I might go play that. But I don't know. Let's go for the people who play that.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yay. Yay for them.
Hey, apparently, according to the graph I saw, they have more subscribers than War.
Oh, we're gonna bring the
totally
graph up,
official
To that
graph.
super duper official graph we saw.
Hey, it
today.
was on the internet.
It's
Must
true.
be true.
It was 3D also.
See, what confirms it for me is they didn't have two dimensions.
The graph looks like it was made of Windows 97 or 95. Is there 97?
It was very isometric.
The third degree just spells confirmed.
Our listener feedback this week is a little light, but it is by a very awesome person. Thulf.
Yes. It makes up.
Yeah, it holds more weight because it's from him. Cool, you guys are still doing podcasts, which really isn't complimentary. I mean, it's just like, yay, you're doing them still.
That's complimentary. That's complimentary. No, see,
You're
it wouldn't be
still
complimentary
there.
if he said, okay, he said, cool, you guys are still doing podcasts.
If you just said, you guys are still doing podcasts.
Exactly.
The cool, the word cool really helps.
Or if he had really just gone over the edge and said, you guys are still publishing this shit? Then we know that.
Or you guys are still doing podcasts.
All right, it is rather complimentary. He also let us know where his blog name came from, and it's on his blog, so I'll link to that in the show notes if I do show notes, because I have a bad habit of not doing show notes. And does anyone else have anything they want to cover?
Hey, Rare, you want to promote your blog and
Can you give me
podcast?
30 seconds real quick? I just
Sure.
want to say something. Just let me look at something up real
Yeah,
quick
go
here.
ahead.
Yeah.
Well, in the
No one's
meantime,
doing anything. We're just waiting on you.
we're on Twitter now. We had a game company write back to us. I was pretty impressed.
Is that why you did the Shaiya review?
No, I mean, I didn't, I threw it out there. Didn't know that they would look at it.
I'm going to make a character in that game named LaBeouf.
Mucho hombre.
No,
Mucho
LaBeouf.
Slurms, are you Mucho Hombre on Twitter?
I am Mucho. No, I'm not actually.
Are
but
you? Because
No.
Mucho Hombre on Twitter replied to us today, and he just created it, and he's only got one post, and that has Slurms written all over it.
I did
That has Gasquig written all over it.
I don't know what you're talking about with that, but with the Mucho Hombre, I am jealous that I didn't think of that. There's no way that I can take credit for that because I wish I could take credit.
You
for
didn't make up the Twitter account.
Hey, Slurm, did you play the Freedom Force games?
Yeah.
What was it wasn't Mucho Hombre, was it? What was that one guy's name in that?
Oh God. I'm gonna Google that shit because
Was it Mucho Hombre?
Well, anyway, multiplaying at Twitter. Come join us. Come follow us.
Trying to tie it in.
There you go.
It was
You can follow Mucho hombre too.
El Diablo.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping it was the superhero from Freedom Force who was following us.
Kinda awesome. That was a fun game. I like that.
That game rocked.
Yeah.
Second one was good, too. They're both on Steam.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I used to have them on CD and I lost them, and then they had them on sale for like $7 for both of them on Steam a couple of months ago.
There's no
Man.
format to this podcast.
No.
There's no what?
There's no format to this podcast.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, there's a format. We're waiting for Rare.
I'm ready to go. I just wanted to thank.
Nah, sorry.
How do you say it? Thulf? Is that how you properly say it?
What was it?
Is it Thulf?
Thulf.
Thulf, yeah.
Thulf. Okay. I just wanted to give him a personal thanks because 15% of my site traffic alone is from his blog.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And he deserves it. His blog is really nice. If you haven't checked it out already, you definitely should.
Yeah, he's got those maps, right?
He's got maps, guides, coffee.
Coffee.
You'll know what I mean if you go to his blog. But definitely check
He
it out.
rubs your feet. So, Rare, I wanted to thank you for coming, and if you wanted to give out your blog and podcast name again.
Sure. My blog is insert awesome Aion name, and you can probably just Google it rather than type it out because it's really annoying to type out. And then my podcast is Black Wings of Atreia, and you can find us at coffinyourface.com.
That is what is the story behind coffinyourface.com?
Well, our guild, or in the case of Aion, Legion name is Black Death, referring to the disease Black Plague. So, cough in your face. Yeah, you can see the reference there.
Gotcha. Who's volunteer? Maeve, you have to do the outro.
Yes.
Why?
Ab said it that way.
So when you're talking about, we can think about your bra.
Talk about your bra.
Your bra.
I don't have the outro.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I don't have a bra.
Well, I may not have that either, but...
Oh, well, here, I'll post it into the chat, because if you don't do it, people are going to cry.
All right. Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast to multiplaying.net. The views expressed in the podcast are solely attributable, that's too hard to say, to those who convey them. Our views should not be misrepresented as the official views of anyone or anything else. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.